Dicejunkies. My name is Tim from Eldritch Ashes Studios. This is
Roger.
Yep, and today we are going to be reviewing Villainous, the new Disney board game. It is produced by Wonderforge and was designed by Prospero Hall. As mentioned in the title, this game is licensed by Disney, so you're going to see all of the villains from your favorite Disney movies. Aladdin, Sleeping Beauty, Little Mermaid, of course, Peter Pan, Robin Hood, which I like that movie, but it was kind of a pull. I would expect them to grab somebody, grab a different, more well-known, I guess, because I don't think newer or younger audiences would necessarily know Robin Hood. They may, but it is one of their earlier ones, which that may have been why they did it. But the game itself, it's supposed to be for ages 10 and up. I think that's fairly accurate.
Yeah.
The rules are fairly simple, but they have a complexity to them as far as paying attention to what is going on every round and what you need to do to win. That you do have to have a little bit more cognitive ability. To be able to keep up with that. So 10 and up is good. Playtime, 50 minutes? Took us, 3 hours for 3 people playing?
Yeah, it says 50 minutes, but everywhere else you read it, it says an average of 30 minutes per player.
Yeah, for sure. I can see that to a point.
Yeah.
If you get 3 cutthroat strategy gamers, hardcore strategy gamers, this game is going to take you a while. Because throughout the game, and to talk a little bit about it, which we'll get into probably more on the mechanics, the idea is that you choose a villain. Each villain has their own goal that they have to do. It comes with a little card that tells you any specifics about those villains and what goals there are. As you go through, you're moving on your specific villain board, trying to achieve your goal. You have your own villain deck, which you use to gain items, powers, and allies in an effort to achieve your goal. And you have a fate deck. That's where the movie heroes show up. So your opponents get to use the cards from your fate deck against you.
First thing we're going to do is we're going to fate somebody. And this bitch has got it coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah, get him first. I wouldn't have attacked you if it wasn't for Tim.
Definitely don't go after the person that is, closest to winning right now. We don't know what is in his hand.
He's got an army on his side. I'm pretty sure that's
Is
good.
it Peter Pan?
No.
You gonna play Peter Pan?
No. I'm going to get rid of the Lost Boys because they require 2 people to defeat them.
Okay.
But I think you can avoid that. We're going to play the Tinkerbell and discard your Brute and his item.
Okay.
Slow you down just a little bit.
That's a deck move. White ones are the fate cards, and the other color, because it's color dependent on who you're choosing to play as, are the actual villain deck. That's Prince John's. Yeah. So, 2 to 6 players, fairly common for this type of game. It is a competitive game for sure, and let's get into the review. So, for this one, we're going to do a little bit different because we talked about this beforehand, and we want to explain the reasons why we gave everything the scores that we did. However, we agreed for every single one. And we did just talk about it a little bit, so there is a possibility that we will change our mind in the process of the review, but as of right now, we agreed with everything. So, for design, we both gave it a 3 out of 5.
Mm-hmm.
So, Roger, talk about the design a little bit on this one.
So, this one, as far as the design goes, I really wanted to give it higher than a 3. But the game is well made as far as design. It's a beautiful game. The artwork is gorgeous, especially if you like the Disney theme. They pull it straight from the movies, which we talked about briefly. Yep. The inside part of the box, there's a space for everything. The characters are actually unique as far as their design. They're played to the character's strengths and the way they look. However, what kind of took it from me a little bit was the actual well and the tokens. Some of the things that came with it are not as well made.
Yeah. No, I agree with that 100%. With the game itself at MSRP's at $39.99. You can get it on Amazon usually for about $35. This is another game that you can get at most of your big box stores. But even at $40, with the quality that you see and everything else, the cards are fairly good quality. Yep. The tokens are definitely really good quality as far as the character figures. But the design of those power tokens,
it's kind of bland.
Is very bland comparatively.
I would pay $10 more for the game if the tokens were better.
And that well was better. The well, if you hold it up to the light, you can see through it. It's that thin.
Yeah, it's very
playing with an aggressive player, especially since this is meant to be played. It's 10 and up, so you're gonna have some aggressive preteens playing this game that may destroy that well.
Yeah.
The well is just for looks. You can set it in a bowl. You can set the power tokens however you want to. Again, they're just tokens, but you expect with the quality of everything else a little bit more.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think the quality of the game is spot on, but then you get some of the add-ons, accessories that are in there that are required, and it's like they could have paid a little more attention to it.
Yep. So, not a bad score altogether, a 3 out of 5. Definitely some improvements that they can move up on. As far as enjoyability, we again agreed on this. Both of us gave it a 3 out of 5. So, I really do enjoy this game. We played it. I enjoy playing through, actually reliving as the villain, and trying to beat the heroes from the Disney movies.
We even gave you the struggle of dealing with the villain.
Oh my god, that sucks so bad. The first playthrough, I played as Ursula, and wasn't too terribly bad. Second time I played as Captain Hook, and did win, but that was rough. That was really, really rough. I had to earn that one. So I'm going to play Smee.
You're about to get rid of Peter Pan. You bet.
How strong is Smee?
Smee is a 2.
Okay.
But it gives me a 10.
But he's on the Jolly Roger, so he gets in a +2.
Yep.
So that's 12 because I have the boarding party.
And you can vanquish.
I'm going to vanquish Peter Pan at the Jolly Roger.
Well, I just want to play my arrogance if you defeat someone 4 or stronger, just because I want to draw 3 cards.
It's fine, you can draw the 3
I thought it
cards.
was like...
But Captain Hook wins, bitches! Finally!
Yep.
2.5 hours later.
Oh my god. But the thing is, as you're playing through, there are several detractors from the game. First and foremost, the way, and we'll get into mechanics on this here in a little bit, which is our big downfall for this game, but as you're going through, you can come up with a perfect strategy, and unlike some other games where it's competitive like this, if someone, they usually will have 1, maybe 2 ways that they can completely screw you over.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, they'll just pull you back and cause setbacks and delay the inevitable if your strategy is good.
Yeah.
In this game, there are so many ways for you to have to start over that it completely wrecks your entire plan. You have to shuffle through the entire villain deck again before you can actually get what you're trying to get. It's rough. The other part of it that is a downside for me, once you get into it and you're playing for a little while, there's not a lot of interaction.
Yeah.
I mean, if you've got some cutthroat people that are playing like us,
The game can drag.
We're going to shit talk the entire time,
Mm-hmm.
but that's not necessary.
Yeah.
It's rough. It gets really, really rough, and it can drag and not great on that aspect.
Even when we did the playthrough, we recorded it. We had fun for the good chunk of it, but then there was a lull point in the playthrough where we were quiet.
Yeah.
Because it just gets to the point where we're just it's almost draining.
Yep. We were all ready for it to end, but we weren't going to concede.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so we were pushing fumes, I guess, or burning fumes to get through the game until eventually it got to the point where, okay, we just need to, somebody's got to win.
Exactly.
And that, as much as I love playing the game, piggybacking off what you said,
Sure.
It's an enjoyable game. I love playing the game, and I will play it again. Is like you said, it can get a little long.
Yep. So let's move on before we get a little long into mechanics. This game has some great ideas. First off, let's talk about why we scored it, what we scored, and then we will give it score.
Yeah.
Great ideas. At the core, this game is, and you'll see some places say that this is a card hand management game. There's aspects to it for sure, but I think at its core, this game is a worker placement and a resource management game.
Yep.
It's worker placement because you have to choose where your character is going to move on their board. Depending on where they move, you get different resources. That is worker placement, and you are forced to move every single turn.
Yep.
You cannot stay put unless you have a card that allows you to do so. Resource management, I would add in the cards to your resources for this because there's just a lot of stuff that you have to manage as far as your deckhand, as well as how much power that you have, your allies, even what what fate characters you have left on your board. Because, for example, Captain Hook's goal, Captain Hook has to defeat Peter Pan on the Jolly Roger. So you have to make sure that he stays out long enough for you to move him all the way over to the Jolly Roger and then have enough power there to kill him. So it's very heavy resource management, very heavy on worker placement and how you place that. Really great ideas, very, very poor follow through.
Yeah. And the game is unbalanced.
It is so unbalanced. It is a lot easier for different villains to win. For example, King John. All King John has to do is he has to gain 20 power. If he gains 20 power, he wins the game.
Yep.
Plain and simple. Now, there are things that will remove power from him. His cards are a little bit more costly than other cards in power. But that being said, in both playthroughs that I've played, you've played it multiple times too.
Every time I've ever played against Prince John, he wins pretty quick.
Yeah, and all the other villains, I can tell, because I haven't played Prince John yet, but from all the other villains, you are gaining power constantly if you know how you're playing.
Yeah. Something that also goes back to the unbalance is we ran into this when we played. We were going to win. We were going to lose in the first 10 minutes of the game because one of our players playing as Ursula got all of his cards he needed to win the game.
Yep.
He drew them immediately. And that, to me, takes away from some of the aspect to the game because of how quickly you can win or how quickly you can lose because, like you said, it is a resource and card-dependent game. And if what you have is at the top of the deck, you can win. I've played as Captain Hook. The first hero on my deck when I played was Peter Pan. Mm-hmm. It was just a matter of me just getting the power and winning the game.
Yeah.
I couldn't be stopped.
And that's the problem with this. It is unbalanced. Now, before we get into replayability, we are going to score this for mechanics, but as part of replayability, I do want to mention that but the game is fairly new. It came out this year in 2018. However, They are already in talks on what expansions they're going to do. Hopefully, with the expansions, they may have some more balanced villains.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the game has a ton of potential. I just think that so far, they did not produce what they were going for this game. So for our score for mechanics, we both gave it a 2. I still think that that's somewhat generous on mechanics. And for my 2, the reason why it is generous like that is because the ideas that they had beforehand probably can be fixed in their expansion.
Absolutely. Or even throw some updated rules. Or,
and errata, a simple errata, which, to be honest, guys, this is a game that you're going to see at a big box store. I don't think that they're going to errata the game.
Yeah.
They may change it in expansion, but they should errata some of it. No, I don't think it's going to happen, unfortunately. So replayability, we'll touch on this one real quick, and then we'll get our total. Replayability, I would play this game 5 more times.
Absolutely, yeah.
I need to win as each villain, and there are 6 villains.
If that's the case, then I need 4 more victories. I've played this game numerous times, and I've actually played as Jafar every time except when we recorded, and I still have not won with Jafar.
Yeah.
Because he is a nightmare to win with. He has so many mechanics, and again, this goes back to the unbalanced nature. Is some characters are much harder to win with.
That's true. We didn't actually touch on that very much, but some of them are way more complex. So that's not only an imbalance in power, but also in learning how to play that character.
But that also does make me want to keep playing until I win with him at least once.
Yeah, the problem with this game, as far as replayability goes, is that I enjoy it. I do want to play it again. Once I've played as all of the villains and have won with all of the villains, I know who to choose depending on who everybody else is going to play. Yep. I know how to win, therefore I know how to stop the other people from winning.
Yep.
There's not enough of because the game is kind of a grind, at least for the people that we're playing with.
Yeah.
It's too much work. Once I've won, I'm done. Let's move on to another one. I don't want to try and have to do it again.
Yeah.
I'm not going to Dark Souls this one. And
this is not one of those games that
just beat myself up.
To me, this is not one of those games that I would want to play back to back.
No, you need a break for sure.
Yeah. It is a great game to play. Again, I piggyback off what you said. I would play this again if someone says, hey, do you want to play Villainous? Yeah, I will play a round of Villainous.
Sure.
A round of Villainous. Because depending on who you're playing, 3-hour game.
Right, for sure. The first time that we played it, I think it took maybe an hour and a half.
If that, but we were also still learning.
Yeah.
And you played as Ursula.
I did.
And it took you a long time to get the items you need.
I did.
But again.
And it sucked. They were at the bottom of my freaking deck.
And when we streamed, it was at the top of his.
It was at the top of his deck.
Yeah.
It was just so dumb.
Yeah.
Anyway, replayability, we both give it a 3.
I'm excited about the expansions.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
When the expansions come out, however form they want to release the expansion, whether it be a standalone or release packs or whatever to expand the game, I will be getting them. Because I love the game, but I want to see if they can make improvements on it. And I'm excited about the game. I do like the game, and I'm excited about the expansions.
Be sure, if you have any interest in this game whatsoever, once you get done watching this review, head over to Wonderforge's website. Look up Wonderforge. It's wonderforge.com. Villainous should be on the front page there. Mm-hmm. Check it out. On there, you can actually see what they have plans to make for the next villain. On their site, they have a survey that you can take part in to see where you're going to, which new villain. Yep, that right there. Yep. Perfect. So,
they got about 15, 20 villains on there.
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, I'm really looking forward to Hades from Hercules. Yep. Gaston. Man, I so want to play as that big jerk.
Chernobyl
from Fantasia. Who would have thought that he was going to be in there?
Devil, yeah.
The one that I don't understand at all, Cruella de Vil. So you just gonna be going around killing puppies? I mean, that kind of sucks. I mean, yeah, I don't want to play. I don't want to play as someone killing puppies.
I'll play with her as first.
Yeah, I know. You're evil. Anyway, so all together, guys, replayability again, we gave it a 3. So in total, Villainous Dicejunkies gives it a total of 11. Better than the average of 10.
Yep.
But it's got a lot of room for improvement.
Absolutely. Give the game a chance.
For the price point, especially if you can find it up at your friendly local game store, see if they have a demo copy. Play around. It's definitely worth a play. If you enjoy it, go ahead and buy it, just for the simple fact that the new expansions are going to be coming out, and they really, check back with us after the expansions, because we'll be definitely doing a review of that to see just what it adds to the original game.
This is definitely a love or hate game.
Oh yeah, I can well, no. I mean, I see where you're going with that, but
the thing is, like I said,
I
from
don't
the
either
outside,
love or hate it. I think it's an 11.
Yeah.
I think it will hit a naked skeleton, but not much else.
Yeah.
So with that, guys, that's our review for Villainous. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to check out Villainous. Check out more stuff that we are doing on Twitch. We play these games every Thursday. So after you get done watching this, if you watch it when it first comes out, be sure to check us out 7 p.m. Central Standard Time on Twitch, as we will be playing a new game. These videos come out every Thursday, so check that out. We also have our Geek Podcast on Twitch on every Sunday, and then our painting videos every Friday. Painting videos are up on YouTube, so be sure to like and subscribe us there. Twitch has a lot of different stuff. YouTube has a lot of different stuff. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, obviously. Yeah, just look us up. We're there. I will end with that, as I think I'm just rambling now. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to comment and let us know what villain that you want to play as, what villain you want to see coming up soon. With that, the only thing left that I have to say is be sure to play all games.
Yep.